So, it's been on the back of my mind to come back to Pikmin someday, somehow, and with the release of Pikmin 4 coming up in about a month or so, figures now a good time to get back to the series. I was gonna stream Pikmin 2, but then I got thinking, it's been a while since I've actually done anything on the Wii U. I kind of want to make sure I'm comfortable with setup before doing anything as big and treacherous as Pikmin 2. And the biggest reason I want to do Pikmin 2 over revisiting Pikmin 1 is tied to the whole motion controls, or it's like train of thought. Where are you? I've done a video series on Pikmin 1. I've done a Let's Play of Pikmin 1. Technically, I've done a stream of Pikmin 3, but that was so long ago that the playback is just hot garbage. But technically, it still counted over Pikmin 2. I've never done anything with Pikmin 2, and I feel like it would be time to alleviate it. However, like for one, Pikmin Rust, figure something like this would be better to get back in the swing of things. Two, I'm not sure if Pikmin 2 is really for lack of a better way to describe it, stream-friendly game. Like, I feel like if I was able to take the time and energy to make an off-stream video series that would turn out better, because I don't know if stream would like my playstyle with Pikmin 2. I get it more into that if and when I actually do stream Pikmin 2. Point being, like, if nothing else, I need a little time to get readjusted to the whole motion control center, because it's been so dang long. So why not just do Pikmin 1 for a night? Might not... It is a short game, but considering these streams tend to only go like 2 hours long, I don't think we're actually going to finish it tonight. We can give it a shot, though, to try to get as far as we can. There's no point in procrastinating any further. Let's just hop on right into it. Considering we've been through the song and dance with Pikmin before, apologies in advance, I might just skip through that. I won't really be focused too much on reading dialogue, if not skipping through it. Let's see how it goes from there. Also, like, Pikmin's kind of like my multitasking, like, it's my zone. Pikmin as a series is kind of my zone game, so it'll be interesting to see how commentary is, especially because it's been so long. I may have time frames that I just decide to focus on the gameplay in and of itself. Doesn't help that I'm kind of like a little rusty on streaming in and of itself. Like, I would spend a lot of time just trying to beat this game in as few days as possible. So, like, it's a game, it's close as I get to speedrunning in a series. But then again, it's been a long time since I played Pikmin. I think the last one I played was Pikmin 3 Deluxe. And even, I wouldn't be surprised if it's been at least a year just from that alone, let alone the other things. Like, probably the last time I did a Pikmin 1 LP was probably the last time that I fully played Pikmin 1. It's been that long. Anyways, long story short, this is Captain Olimar. He's part of a shipping company, and on his way home, he got struck by a meteorite, sending him crash landing onto the planet, and now he's stuck on a planet with poisonous substances, and so if we don't get him back home within 30 days, it'll be a bad time. Let's just leave it at that. And oh goody. Oh goody good drops. Good thing there's no time limit on day one, because, oh brother, it's gonna take a little bit to... Cool, I have to be even further away from the mic than I initially was intending in order to actually be able to motion sensor all the way. Eventually they're gonna let us zoom out the camera, which will help out in of itself, but I think we gotta meet our first little friend here. So we met Captain Almar, but what about the namesake itself? Oh, I forgot to give you a separate cutscene for when it's ready to pluck, and for when it gets thrown into the ground, and when we pluck it. I mean, this is day one. This is pretty much the tutorial stuff. There's a reason that in casual playthroughs, I tend to just skip day one. So there's the Pikmin. Again, I want to familiarize myself with the controls, because it's been a bit, so I just want to make sure. Grab with A and throw. Whistle with B. Oh, that's right. The charge works a bit differently in this. It's not like GameCube where you just use the C stick to move around. Okay, that puts the camera behind me. And now I do the zoom out. But keys. Since it's the closest thing that we get to a charge in the game, I might as well refamiliarize myself with this technique. Oh, no, that's just... Okay, so these just flat out dismiss. How do I do the... Do they... Yes, Almar. Press the... Oh, it's down on the control pad. Which is great, because the motion sensor kind of dies right in the bottom. I'm sure that'll build and work out for me very, very well. It'll be more noticeable with more Pikmin, but that thing like lets you move Pikmin around you, and will be your main way to charge enemies or charge Pikmin onto enemies, because the whole charge mechanic from Pikmin 3 doesn't exist yet. In fact, it only was made for Pikmin 3. So let's get a few more Pikmin on our side so I can experiment around with the controls a bit and get myself used to everything. I don't miss. I thought there might be a slight chance that I end up missing the whole preciseness of the motion controls, but I also forgot just how Nintendo Wii, the Wii remote is. God, this thing was considered like revolutionary and brought pretty much the whole casual gaming market back into gaming before cell phones exist. The fact that this, of all things, is considered retro these days is kind of surreal and makes me feel a little old. Well, I kind of turned my brain off so it wouldn't make me feel old, but it's just still a little weird to think about the whole consider this retro when, like, feels like this console brought the quote-unquote casual gaming market as we know it today. Alright, what am I missing? Because we need 10 to open up the box, or push the box. This only gets us 7. So I know we get... And I thought they'd give us some to spare. Oh. Well, we did need 5 for this. Okay, I think I made the right call putting on my gaming wrist brace. Because I kind of had a feeling with holding the remote from this angle would be a little bit awkward. And I'm feeling the awkwardness already. Great. Pikmin is like a weird series because it's near and dear to my heart. But it was one of those series that I rented growing up and never actually got to buying, so I have a lot of sentimental attachment to the GameCube version of Pikmin, but I never got a chance to actually own it until Nintendo released the remake version of it on... Until they, just flat out released the Nintendo Wii version of it. And even then, you might be able to tell it's being played on a Wii U. For some reason, too old to remember, I for some reason picked it up on the Wii U Virtual Console, Maybe because there wasn't a Wii Virtual Console at the time. Maybe because it was right around the time frame when I was in college and didn't have enough money to buy games for myself. Something along those lines. This is just talking about like how Pikmin act like children and behave like a group. Oh, don't want to forget about the little red pellet there. That might still be enough to get the engine back home while... Well, actually, I think the engine requires quite a few pieces, so let's just get, you know, getting the Pikmin together and then worry about all that a little later. Or is that everything? It does seem like everything for now. And, oh yeah, and you can't throw the Pikmin unless they actually run up and catch up to you. Oh. All the quality of life features. What's the term, like, for missing something that hasn't existed yet? It'll come to me eventually, I guess. Let's speed things up a little bit. Collect the Pikmin ground individually, my left, blah, blah, blah. I guess I'll get it done all at once by repeatedly tapping A until I pick all the Pikmin from the ground. Yeah, we're just getting over basic ways, like the whole concept of Pikmin that aren't in your squad are more faded out, and that's the game's way of indicating to you which ones are currently following you and which ones are just standing around doing nothing. Again, day one is pretty basic tutorial stuff, and we'll really get to see just how much of the old Pikmin multitasking that I felt like I was pretty good at in the past, how much of it is muscle memory and how much I have to relearn by playing the game again. So this is day one we can experiment. I wonder if... it doesn't seem like I can get quite far enough to actually get them over there. I'm pretty sure if it was a thing that I could cheese part of this by getting a head start on it, that I would have came across it in a speedrun video at some time in my past. Oh, I guess I just wasn't paying that much attention online. You know what? Let's all aboard the cheese train. Like, at the end of the day, this probably will mean diddly squat, but I've never actually done this before, so now that I know it's possible to do it, I want to do everything in my power to repeat it. Great. We do have a limited time day one, but it'll still take forever and a half. But I want to mess around with this a little bit more and see if I can get at least a couple more Pikmin on there. How the heck did I do it the one time though? I know there's a lot of stuff with the Wii version in particular that you can just cheese. Like cheese way more than lasagna on Italian night or something. There's definitely a better cheesy metaphor out there, but brain dead and all. Well, maybe that's a little too rude. Brain is sleepy right now. It was a little iffy of a day earlier on. God, I feel bad about trying to have that little guy do all the work by himself. But I really gotta know. Actually, I want to try a couple more times to see if I can get another Pikmin on there, but I'm kind of realizing even if I could get this gate down early, they wouldn't really matter because bugs are a thing, and I'm pretty sure they would undo all my progress on this wall by the time I come back here. Well, I mean, we got two. At this point, I'm just real curious to see if I can. It's not like I can sequence break anything, even if I do pull this off, because there's that stone wall in the distance in the way. But man, morbid curiosity is really getting the best of me right now. If anything, it's a good time to actually get refamiliarized with the Wii controls. Because I'm sure that'll help out a lot. Oh, come on. You've done it twice on Mario. I know you can do it again. There's definitely a way we can do this more consistently. Maybe by the time frame I actually get more Pikmin. Oh, there's 2 more! This is so dumb. But I gotta know. It's down, right? Maybe I can choose a couple more. No, let's screw it. Let's try and do the whole 10 hut! And see if I can trick a couple more Pikmin on there to get it to go down faster, but I had to keep in eventually. And of all funny coincidences, the most important part we need for the ship is right there, the first thing we come across. The fact that we were able to find the one thing that we need to get off the ground at all, it's a miracle in and of itself. Okay, everyone's on the park. Good. I guess I'll give one more rundown to see if I got every pellet we can around here, because it'll be a while before we can come back. And then we'll be on along our merry little way. In fact, it might even be a good time for a little hydration break. Not gonna get too many opportunities where I can sit around and do nothing, because oh boy, when I get in the groove of Pikmin, I get in the groove of Pikmin hard. Alright, little buddies. Just a little bit further. Also, funny coincidence that putting the engine in made it do a somersault like that really works to our advantage, because even with an engine, I don't know how the ship would have gone off the ground if it was still like face planted into the ground. And you know, kind of getting sentimental feelings, just like for the past 2 games, all Olimar wants is his good old SS Dolphin back, but corporate capitalism prevents him from being reunited with his ship every turn along the way. Yeah, if Pikmin ever has to end, I hope we just get a moment where Olimar's able to actually buy back his old SS Dolphin and finally quit his horrible job. Because it's like, it's kind of bad at this point, like, especially with the side story they added on to Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I feel so sorry for Captain Olimar at this point. All I want is I just want him to have a break for once. I mean, he's great, he's a classic to the games and all of that. But man, the game does not like him back. He just goes from hardship to hardship wherever he can, and even in the game where he's not the main character of, he still has a bad time just because of the whole side story that they added in. He can't even catch a break in the game where he doesn't have to be the main character for it. Also, you can heal at the ship, as well as get an update on things that are going on. Also, now we're on the clock, so this is where my actions matter. I'll tell you a little story about how bad I can be with Pikmin. Like, there's times I'll spend an entire play session just doing one day over and over, because I get that obsessive over trying to do things as quickly as possible. For the sake of the stream, I'm gonna have this be a no reset run, because I feel more than confident enough with my abilities that I can beat this within the 30 days, even without resets. You fool! You fool! Remember the good old days in Pikmin 3 where one Pikmin wouldn't hog all the nectar for themselves? I don't miss that quality of life feature. Like, man, it's worse than I remember. Like, on one hand, like, back when I was really good with this game, there would be a bit of a charm of trying to get as many Pikmin onto one thing of nectar as quickly as possible. But as someone who hasn't played Pikmin in a while and coming back to it, God, was that an annoying element of the game to have one little greedy little Pikmin take all the nectar for themselves. Here, this is how you're supposed to do nectar. It's only 3 at a time. I feel like maybe the newer Pikmin games have spoiled me, but I swear you could normally do more, but I get the feeling that we can't really worry too much about the nectar in this game. We're gonna get screwed over by the nectar no matter what, especially with how early on. Right on the head, right away, still got it. And because it's been a little bit since I last played the game, maybe instead of maybe I'll take things a little bit safer. Because normally I would just try to rush and get 2 parts in a single day. Oh god, no, I can't lose little Pikmin buddies to that little buddy. All I really care about is getting 1 part. Any part will do. Well, ideally I want to get the map and yellow Pikmins today. That's the bare minimum. Anything else I can get along the way is a bonus. Because normally I would definitely try to get 2, if not 3 parts, and the yellow Pikmin all at once. But again, I don't want to rush myself. If I just try to reset until I get that ideal scenario, we'll be stuck here for a long time. Alright. Oh, that's right. You guys aren't just pellets. You require a little bit more motivation than just that. Alright. Let's see. Could use a few more guys on the ship to try to speed that along. And I think once we have enough Pikmin grow, we can also, like, rush the bulb orb. No. I gotta it's been a little... There's slight differences with how it works between games, so I gotta make sure I remember. I think Pikmin 1, you can rush them. Pikmin 2, it's more efficient to just throw them onto the bigger enemies. I'm sure we'll learn very quickly if I'm misremembering that, but that's how I remember it. So I think, like, since they're just sitting around anyways, let's get... Oh, that's right, I try to leave these guys for the yellow Pikmin. No, you know, I'm not even gonna risk it. You are way too close to our friend. Oh cool, they got the gate down. Alright. So how many we got here? 32. That should be enough. Charge! Oh god, I don't think that was enough. Alright, he's dead. Let's just call it what it is. And we'll worry about making more Pikmin after we clear out the way here. Because we can definitely just use these parts for... Or we can definitely use these enemies for the ship up ahead. Oh god. Oh god. Can't really worry too much about Pikmin deaths. I haven't played this game in forever and a half. Okay, it's fine. We got the yellows. We'll pretty much have everything cleared out to get the next few parts very shortly. Big question is, like... No. Leave the bulb orb for our yellow Pikmin here. In case you never played a yellow... Well, besides never... I guess I could say, in case you never played with yellow Pikmin. It would be the same thing as I was gonna say, but... Yellow Pikmin get thrown a lot higher than other Pikmin types, and they can use bomb rocks in this game. Beyond that, that's their main bread and butter. Alright, yeah. While we're working on recuperating the yellow Pikmin, I think this would be the perfect time to get this part that I've just been leaving alone back to base. Might as well get this pellet too. The eternal... the fuel source. Oh, that requires more than I remember. You know what, let's bring these back. I'm probably not gonna bot. It's probably way too... They're probably way too far away from the yellow Pikmin to really bother with anyways. So... what's the next goal? I think partly want to... where's our yellow Pikmin? There you are. Are we already that far through the day already? Yeah, halfway through. The problem is I want to make sure I have enough Pikmin to actually get the radar before the end of the day. My old habits of multitasking just beg me to actually get everything on this first day here. So bomb rocks, they explode when you throw Pikmin that have them, and they can kill your Pikmin. That's about the main thing you need to know about them. If you're really fast on it, you can time it well to actually throw all 3 bomb rocks, and still give your Pikmin enough time to come back safely. And these take 3 bomb rocks to actually knock over, so there's instead of to try to throw 3 bomb rocks into it at once. But of course, if you're too slow throwing the Pikmin, first bomb rock goes off while the other Pikmin are trying to, you know, do the thing, and it's kind of not exactly a good day for the yellow Pikmin then. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I can't be missing that. Oh my god, I lost a Pikmin to the little guys. Or maybe to the bug. I will blame the bugs. Because it makes me feel better. No, I think they might have been just female, so only have myself to blame. How many you need? 20? Slightly more realistic, so let's focus on building up the yellow numbers. Yeah, I think... okay, it's the purple bugs that we really want to worry about. They're small but mighty. They can eat Pikmin really fast. The white ones are females, and they don't attack Pikmin. So I was gonna say, as long as there's only the white ones, you're perfectly fine, but... that one almost got me completely blindsided. And the thing is, like, when it comes to these Pikmin, it's majority rules, so... if you have like 2 yellow Pikmins and 2 red, and 1 red Pikmin, they'll still take it back to yellow onion. So, you can... affect your numbers... what I'm trying to say is that it's a strat that helps you get your Pikmin numbers back up if you really need them. Alright. So, I think we're doing pretty good. I got so many red Pikmin just sitting at base doing nothing, so I think I'm going to focus on trying to get this back. Wow. Oh, wow, and I've already hit 100 Pikmin on the field. You all focus on bringing this back. I know you're hiding over there. Guess I can get that bug one more time. Where were the bottom rocks I normally would use anyways? I think if I was really good at multitasking, I would be able to like get bomb rocks to open oh, well, there's a ton of bomb rocks right over here. Well, let's see. I'm gonna rush back real quick and try to get some Pikmin to actually get our engine back home. And while the red Pikmins are taking the engines back, we should be safe to actually be able to get the other parts. Because, yeah, this should be more than plenty to get that fuel source home. And then we do gotta worry about making sure that we don't leave Pikmin behind, but as long as they're at the base, they should be safe. As long as they're following us or at the base, we don't have to worry about them getting left behind. Oh, did I really leave a yellow? Well, I know what you're gonna do. Ideally, you would all get on this so I don't have to worry about you getting mixed up with the yellows. It is a lot of Pikmin. It does feel a little bit of a waste to have all those Pikmin sitting around the base doing nothing, but we'll do what we can with them. Question is, what area in here do I want to go for first? Yeah, it's been too long. Well, at least we got... Oh, that's the radar from further back, so we're definitely getting 2 parts back today. So instead of trying to rush myself to get a third part, I think I'm going to just focus on taking advantage of all the bomb rocks that we have laying around and clear a path for a few other areas. Right. What a perfect time for a cutscene. I was just about to say, did I throw it quick enough for the Pikmin to actually come back and do his thing? Yeah, he's fine. Our little yellow friend will live. How did you get all the way up there? Now, if I recall correctly... Okay, I mean, that's 3 bomb rocks. That should be enough to... get that back. Okay, those are guys just carrying stuff to base. Oh, so really a part behind that bomb rock wall that... Well, I don't think I... Man, it really would have been super easy to just get 3 parts in a single day, but... Oh my god, there's a little male guy I forgot about. Okay, and that's a stone wall, so it's going to require more than 3 anyways. I guess that's fine. Let's focus. Oh, okay, we only got 10 seconds on the clock, but we should be fine. Everyone's at base here, and I should be able to just call the rest of them as need be. Also worth knowing that on days like this, when the onion is all the way out there, now I'm not taking a chance with you, you're moving way too slow. Even if I were to leave them at this onion, they would still be safe. God, but like 6 seconds on the clock, I can't, and all these, got this whole set of bomb rocks here that feel like they're just going to waste, but yeah, I'd just be pushing my luck. And that's right, like, you lose access to the map within, like, the last 3 seconds. It's kind of like it's a jerk move the game does. And I think it's definitely not a thing in Pikmin 3. I think they fixed that in Pikmin 2. Don't quote me on that, though. It's been a hot minute since I've played a lot of these older games. And, yeah. I definitely could have gotten 3 parts easily this one day. But no resets. No resets, because if I let myself maybe, like, if things go really badly, I'll reset. But if I didn't let myself reset just because I could have gotten 1 more part when I'm perfectly fine, we could be spending this entire stream on the 2nd day. Nice. So I might have over-prioritized the yellows, because I think we have more than plenty for the rest of the game. But oh well. At least now I don't have to really focus on them going forward. I can keep a lot of the focus on the red Pikmin.